Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're grateful you all are here. I'm Dr. Willie Jolley, beautiful bride
This is
Dee.
Dee.
We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We've been married for 40 years in June.
June 28th.
And we haven't had an argument in 38 years, and that's truth. And we are grateful. And if you saw us on the Today Show, they said, "You've never had an argument." I said, "I didn't say that. I said we haven't had an argument in 38 years. Those first couple of years are like World War III. But we learned some wise principles from some wise mentors who taught us how to stop arguing and get to loving. We used it. It worked. We put it in the book. And now the book is helping people around the globe to be able to.
So you can get it free. How to never ever argue again.
Yeah, I get the how we don't argue. You can get free on our TED Talk. That's at JolleyMarriage.com. We encourage everybody in a relationship to watch the TED Talk. All right.
Okay, so we're doing two things.
What?
We're going to talk. The topic tonight is don't let your relationship.
We haven't. You haven't talked about the marriage seminar. You jumping into the. We got to tell people about the marriage seminar. Y'all have been asking and asking. And
Does that mean it comes up backwards?
Yeah, they can't see it from there.
Is that what that means?
They can't see it from there, and it's not.
It's
big
still
enough.
Backwards.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it any bigger. I should have handwritten it.
I'll handle it next time.
JolleyMarriage.com.
Not only did you do that, but you printed it all on labels that we got paid.
JolleyMarriage.com. Well, two labels are messed up. So JolleyMarriage.com/masterclass. JolleyMarriage.com/masterclass.
So many of you have been asking, when are y'all going to do a seminar? When are you going to do it? We got issues, we got situations, circumstances. So we're going to have our seminar on the day after Valentine's Day.
It's Saturday, February 15th.
The morning after Valentine's Day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's unbelievable priced, $49. Boom.
Lottie-dottie, everybody.
Everybody just go. It's $49. It's a seminar on marriage enrichment, marriage enhancement, and helping you with issues that you might have. We're going to make sure everybody gets a chance, if you got some issues, to send us your questions so we can deal with them. Will it be live? Yes, it will be live and in live. Yes.
And then we'll send out the replay. It
will be for those who can't join, be able to get it later, but it will be live on February 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time online, a Zoom webinar.
And you will be able to attend in whatever state you're in.
That's right. You can be in your drawers. You can be in your night clothes. You'll be able to do it. So go and register.
You can be in something sexy.
You could be naked, as far as
I won't see them naked.
You can go right now. Register right now. But it is limited how many spaces we have. So go to
JolleyMarriage.com/masterclass.
JolleyMarriage.com/masterclass. Okay. Greg and Linda are watching from home. Thank you for being with us. And thank you all who are joining from every which way. Okay, now we can talk about the topic of today.
Okay, the topic today is don't let your relationship turn into a reality show.
Yeah. Don't let your relationship. Can I buy the book on LG or is it in bookstores? You can buy it online.
What are we talking about? The Make Love book?
Make Love book. Go to JolleyMarriage.com. Just get it there. That way you can get an autograph. We'll autograph it. When we send it to you. We recommend you get 2 copies. We give you a deal to get 2 copies, one for you and your significant other. Y'all read it together. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. We found that's the secret sauce. Okay.
Well, you read it together, but you got to do something else. That's not just the secret
sauce.
Well,
you read it together, then you talk about.
And then you have to have a conversation.
At the end of each chapter, talk about what you learned, because we got learning points. So you're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Boom. What was that? Something fell. What was that?
Maybe it was a book.
A book fell.
Okay.
All
right. So the topic is don't let your relationship turn into a reality show. And I wanted to say that February is frugal month. Did you know that? That's a social media thing. You're like,
Oh, you know, you're a
Frugal.
character. You know that you are a character.
frugal February.
You are a character.
Frugal February.
You-
And I have some tips from Michelle Singletary, who goes to our church and who writes a column in the Washington Post. It's perfect. It major saving time. If people spend stuff.
How about if they
Except
want
in
to spend
January.
on their loved one? They got to get dinner and roses and chocolates.
Do it cheap, save your money. So many people losing their jobs and stuff.
Anyway,
Save your money.
let's get with the don't let your relationship
Okay. Why
turn
this one?
into a reality show.
Mhm.
Because we've had, you always know y'all can send us letters if you have an issue. Well, we're getting letters from people, I've gotten a number of them from people who've had relationship issues that they've made public. They are public. When they become public, they become somebody else's entertainment. Somebody else is being entertained by your drama. And we're telling you, don't do that. We are
You know what I think some people can't help it. So what do you do if you had a significant other
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they did?
They made it public.
Mm-hmm. Unpleasant things public. I mean, there's a lot of that going on, and it's very upsetting.
Right. It's distressing.
So how do you manage it?
Or
What can you do? And sometimes you can't manage. Honestly, you can't manage the other person.
that's true.
Huh?
That's true. That's true.
So you know, I'm extreme. First thing I say is shut down the social media.
Well, okay, you can say shut down social media, but
No, I get off of social media.
well, you're jumping. You're making an assumption that they wanna not make it public, but we're saying don't
Mhm.
make it public because it lingers.
Well, we know that.
But
the
they don't.
issue
But
is-
maybe we know that, but they haven't realized that. They think it's just for this moment, and they put it out in social media. They put it out with all their friends, and they tell everybody they know what's going on in their relationship. Here's the problem: the relationship that you are talking about today
Changes
tomorrow. That's right. That's right. And so you and your significant other might patch it up.
You're angry with each other,
Right.
and you say things because now the social media and everything is like second nature. It's tied to your body, even while you're in the bathroom.
Right.
And it's a way of expressing yourself. And now you're stuck
Right.
because you can't take it back.
So here's what I'm saying to everybody. Don't broadcast your issues to the world.
So where do you go to talk to people about?
Go get
your
counseling.
issues?
Go get marriage counseling, relationship counseling, therapy. That's what you do. You don't need to be talking to everybody, lottie-dottie and everybody and telling them
why
all.
not?
Because here's the reason why not. Because you talk about it to your girlfriend or your cousin or somebody, then they get an impression of your significant other and they hold it. Then you and your significant other work it out. Y'all, somebody apologize and y'all move on. But that lingering issue is still in the heart and mind of the person you shared it with. They didn't work it out with the significant other. They didn't have a conversation with them. So they still got this image or this concept of the person that's extremely negative.
So they're holding art in their heart.
Well, that's human nature. Human nature is if someone told you about something not nice about somebody, and that was never resolved in your mind, then you will always have that image of that person in your mind.
Well, I might look at them askance, but
yeah, whatever.
not want to be around them.
that-
Not want to be around them.
So what you got to do is you've got to not make this a public event when you've got a private issue. Okay, and y'all work through it.
But I think that's a problem today Because
Well, that's why we having this show, D. You think that's a problem? That's why we're having this show. You think
everything is entertainment for somebody else, and some people like that. That's why I just want to say that too.
Well, that's why this show is about. Don't let this become a reality show, which is somebody else. Your drama is entertainment for somebody else. Oh, they talking about it, and don't think that once you share with one person or two people that they keep it to themselves.
Oh no,
they tell everybody. Ooh, you know what's going on over there. Ooh,
so how do you handle it?
You keep it to yourself.
But
or you go to counseling.
You're the one who has the issue with the fact that your partner, your significant other, is telling and texting everybody. You can't control them. What do we do?
Okay, now in that case, what you got to do is you have to ask your friend, your family member, your significant other, whoever, please stop.
Oh, what if they don't?
Then you can't control them. You can't make them stop. But you can at least ask. What you really want to do is go get some counseling, the two of you. Now, but
you might not go together. Both need counseling. They need somebody that they can talk it out to, who knows the kinds of questions to ask to help them. But they may or may not go together because the one who is the texting and the communicating might not think that they need it and won't go.
This is true. Very true.
You have to be prepared for that.
You have to be ready for that. But you can do all you can do. Do all you can do. Okay. In the book, we have a chapter. And this is a very powerful chapter. Chapter number 5. Leave the drama with your mama. Leave the drama with your mama. And let's see. Dr. David Goodbaum says, there is a psychological law that says, focus on peace and you prosper. Focus on drama and you flounder. And so what we say is, you got to make a commitment to focus on peace and harmony and not on the drama. And the more you talk about it, the bigger it gets. Okay? Linda says, so true. She said it's Facebook great entertainment. That's right. Yes. It's like entertainment for the folks on Facebook. You know,
it's free entertainment.
Free entertainment at your expense.
Right. Okay? And they're like, well, at least my situation isn't as bad as theirs.
Right. So let me read a little bit out of this chapter 5. Dee and I define drama as negative and messy situations that create anxiety and stress in the lives of the people it's directed towards. This includes behaviors such as hollering, screaming, nagging, temper tantrums, shutting down communications, and pre-planned emotional exhibitionists like fake crime. During reality television shows, that increased drama brings higher ratings. But marriages built on drama will only result in low ratings on the home front and the surroundings parts of your marriage. There are so many Real Housewives shows on television that we might be persuaded to believe that those housewives are behaving that way, whether you should handle your marriage. Nothing could be further from the truth. Their lives and their relationships and marriages are scripted and designed to be filled with drama, craziness, outrageous activities to keep viewers watching, keep people talking.
It's kind of like clickbait.
Yeah, and get people to watch more. This is not the lifestyle you should model in your marriage. Drama is never conducive to a long-term happy
marriage. So what do you do
marriage
for entertainment if you're not going to do the social media with the little pop-ups, the little 10 seconds of the lady shaking her behind or somebody cussing somebody out? Because many people, that's all they have. because they're intellectually shallow.
Aha! There you go. Bam, baby. You hit it on the
What
head.
does that mean?
They're intellectually.
Stop reading. You know, the most recent educational studies that are out there are talking about that the Americans are falling further and further behind our children in reading and math. And if our kids cannot read by third grade, they're really headed like into the criminal system, into the jail pipeline, because of all the challenges that come with and the frustrations from not being able to read and decipher stuff for yourself. So we're pouring more money into education, but our children are learning less. Many cannot read. Now, why can't our children in this day and age? Because everything is quick, fast, and who is it? Was it Maryland or a school system in Virginia that recently passed a law that when you come to school, you have to park your cell phones?
Right. So
which I think is a great idea.
Right. Because you look, and socialization skills. But anyway, someone said, Destiny of Joy said, Jay said, speak, Queen. That's all that's left in the world. Amen. Amen.
Yes.
So
we have to read so that we can have ideas, a depth of thinking, so we can share. When we talk to people about in relationships and communication, some look at us like, because you don't have the tools to communicate.
Right.
You don't have the words, like the sweet, the loving words, but you can learn. But if you have not been reading and just do the clicking, the swiping on the iPad and the phone, you don't have enough information so that you can carry on an interesting conversation. And all we're getting is a little tidbits at the end of something scripted.
You're right. So what I'm saying to everybody is this: don't get tempted to start broadcasting your problems to the world and you become someone else's entertainment.
Because they're not going to help you solve it.
There you go.
They want more drama.
There you go.
Because it's free entertainment.
There you go. So what do you do? Here now, what is the solution? Because it's destructive for your relationship to have all of that kind of drama in the world out and putting it out in the universe. You must start to say, we're going to work on our issues internally. Like Mama used to tell us, don't let none of this stuff that we have, our family issue, become outside the household. You keep it inside the house. Work it out inside. My brother and I were here. She'd say, work it out inside. I don't want this going out in the neighborhood. So keep your drama to yourself.
I think it's very important today because we are so connected, but we're so separate because we don't look at and talk to each other, that we do the betterhelp.com to get a counselor, someone to talk to. The research also says that we're all connected electronically, but we are very lonely.
Wow, that's good, Dee. That's good. See, we got
sad.
Well, we got high tech, but not high touch. Come on, somebody. No high touch. We got lots of high tech.
So that is why you turn to social media and quick, fast, in a hurry. Not even a 15-minute class. It's shorter because it's the dopamines. The social media people have figured out it's the hit of, it made me feel good for the moment. It's that dopamine hit.
Right. Your brain.
Which affects your brain.
Yeah.
So, and we're trapped.
Yep. You're right. Destiny of Joy say, thank you. She said, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. So our goal is to help people. We wrote this book. I make my living giving speeches for major corporations, Walmart and Verizon and Coca-Cola and GM and Ford. So I wasn't even thinking about a relationship book, but my son kept pressing us because he said, my friends do not believe when I say I've never seen my parents argue. I've never seen them holler and scream ever. And they had parents who were hollering and screaming and parents who were divorcing each other and it was ugly. He said, I've never seen that. They didn't believe it. So we had a little seminar here. It was so impactful for them. They said, you got to write a book. That's how the book came to be. Speaking of seminar, we only got a few more minutes. Y'all have asked, when are y'all going to do a seminar? We're going to do a masterclass, a relationship masterclass on February the 15th, the morning after.
It's Saturday, February 15th.
The morning after Valentine's Day. And y'all can all join. It's only $49 a registration. You can come if you're single. You can come if you're married. You can come if you
come as a group.
It's a group. Why not? Okay, $49 to get access per computer. You can't beat that. I mean, people are having lots of marriage seminars. They're in the $500 and $600 range.
Yeah.
We do $49 because we just want to make sure we help a lot of people. But you got to register. You got to register right now, today, because it's limited. We only have a certain amount of seats in this webinar space. Go to jollymarriage.com/masterclass. Put it in the chat, somebody. Put it in the chat, somebody. jollymarriage.com/masterclass.
Jolley?
Yep. Jolley marriage, marriage.com/masterclass. Gladys Pemberton is back. Hey, Gladys. She got
Miss World Traveler.
Miss World Traveler. We talked about you last week, Gladys, with the piece in the book about you and your husband, Ron. They've been married for 46 or 7 years.
I think it's 47 years.
47 years.
I was in her wedding.
You were at her wedding.
I was
That's
in her
right.
wedding.
And
Yes.
they've been married a long time, and they talk about how Ron, her husband, had to go from me mindset to a we mindset. Talked about you last week, Gladys, when we had Dr. Rowe on. By the way, so many people.
Oh yeah, we had Dr. Y'all got to go get Dr.
Y'all got to
Y'all
see
missed it
that.
last
If
week.
you missed that last week, go on the Jolley Marriage YouTube site. It was fantastic. The responses, the reviews. She said 47 years.
See, I said 47.
Yeah, you did. The reviews have been over the top. We've had so many people. Dr. Rowe, the great national nutritionist, talked about nutrition and relationships.
Yes.
And then talked about her relationship with her husband of 22 years who passed away, but they had a great relationship and how they came to be. It's a great show. We highly recommend you go and listen.
She's on radio Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
She's on syndicated radio, and as well as you can get her book at everythingrow.com.
She has several books.
Yeah, a number of books. Okay. All right. Okay, we got a couple more minutes. Frugal February.
Can I bring up Frugal February, please, dear?
You got 3 minutes.
Oh, you're so unkind.
Oh, no, that's just as much time we got. Yes, thank you, Destiny. Oh, Jolley, no, Destiny of Joy is JOLLEY marriage.com/masterclass. So put it in one more time for me. Jolley, JOLLEY masterclass, marriage.com/masterclass. And folks in the other IG do the same, and folks online
JOLLEY
marriage.com/masterclass, and then register today. Boom. Okay.
Frugal February. Think about that. So you've come out of Christmas. We've gone through January, trying to get it together. This is tax season. Frugal February.
Frugal February.
So I picked up a couple of things, and that's a social media thing too. And Michelle Singletary, writes for the Washington Post, says, purge your paper clutter. Now it's time. What am I in the midst of doing as a result of my CPA? Starting to shred more and put everything online, which is hard. Business and personal. So shred your paper clutter. And I found interesting that Michelle Singletary said, take a clue from Marie Kondo. Now, Marie Kondo wrote the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And you know I like that.
I haven't read that book.
He's not interested. I've read the book. I like the list.
I like being a slob.
He does. So then I overcompensate because I got to have lists. So I love that Michelle Singletary referenced Marie Kondo and the life-changing magic of tidying up. And you can get organized in simple ways. You don't try to do it all because it's overwhelming.
Right.
Do one little thing at a time.
Is that what I need to do to my office?
I close my eyes when I have to go into your office because I start touching and I start wanting to move and organize stuff, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I just have to. I just deal with you because you're uncontrollable. You see,
I'm gonna get it together.
You have to know
I'm gonna fix
when
it.
you're like, I can't do anything with this, so I'm just gonna leave that be. I'll clean up the clutter now of your credit report. Do you know you can get a free credit report? Annualcreditreport.com. Get a free copy of it. Do you know? Does everybody know what their credit score is? I know what my credit score is.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not even going to.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
broaching.
want me to tell
No.
you?
Keep going, please. By law.
The 3 major credit bureaus must give you a free copy of your credit report. This is called cleaning up your clutter. Another clean up clutter is to purge and update your passwords. Do you have passwords that you've had since 1994? People do.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and one thing that I'm moving towards, but I'm scared of, we have the 2-factor authentication. So every time we use websites, and because we've got business and personal, we got a lot of stuff going on. But you should have 2-factor authentication for every site.
Okay.
2-factor authentication. And then if you have lots of accounts, you should move to the master password. I've looked into it and just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Okay.
Like the master pass class thing. And check out the IRS and what are the rules and the guidelines for when you should start purging some of your old tax files. I mean, like more than to keep the actual completed return, but the supportive information you can start to purge if it's more than 7 to 10 years old. But you need to look up irs.gov. Now is the time to work on those things. So that's part of frugal.
I just want to tell you you're cute.
You're trying to, yeah, I know what you're doing. You're trying to work on me. I know.
Did I bring you some coffee this morning?
You did, but you surprised me. I was knee deep into finance details, which I can make no mistake.
I brought you coffee. I told you, man, when we had our seminar, you start working on it in the morning when you want to get some action at night. Did I bring you coffee?
You did, sweetheart.
And then I tell you how cute you were.
You did, sweetheart.
You look cute tonight. Did I go to yoga with you?
I went to yoga with you. His yoga instructor is very sweet.
And I'm the teacher's pet.
He's the teacher's pet. Very nice. Very nice.
Yoga. All right. So let's go over what we talked about tonight. 1, don't let your relationship become reality show fodder. Okay. Don't do it. Keep it together with you and your significant other.
Seek counseling for yourself.
Please post pics of back in the day. Well, you know what? We shall do that.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. What age does action stop? I don't know what that means by that. What age does action stop? Kimmy, Coco, 222. What do you mean by action? You mean sex? Is that what action? Where did that stop? Never. Hello.
It might get a little different.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna stop. No, not if I can help it. I mean, if I have some reason to stop, but not just because of age. I don't know what you mean by action. Okay, anyway.
Explain. Go ahead.
Explain. You can put that in the chat. But remember what we talked about today. Said yes. Okay, yes. Action don't stop. You know, might have a little gray on the chimney, but there's still fire in the fireplace. Okay, there's heat in the fireplace. Anyway,
you can get some extra tools to help you.
Woo. Okay.
We can talk about that.
We could talk about that one show. Okay. Hey, y'all know y'all can always send
and the master class. That might not be.
Victoria says she's purging stuff tomorrow after talking to you. Yes.
Go to Michelle Singletary's. You know, she has Washington Post, a Q&A that is Mondays at 2:00. It's just ongoing information and reminders. But on top of you, with all the other businesses and your primary jobs, it is still our responsibility to make sure that our tax stuff is right, that is on time, that we don't have clutter, that we followed up with our credit report to make sure that the stuff is right. Because if we don't do it, nobody else is going to take care of our stuff but us.
Amen. Okay, we got to go. We know we went over today because we're just having fun, but don't spread your relationship issues with the world. Don't make a reality show for somebody else's entertainment.
At least do your part.
And particularly people who cannot help you fix it.
Amen.
Amen. All right, our time is up. We thank you for y'all. Thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate y'all. Have a great week and a beautiful rest of this week. We're going out with music. If someone asked at the beginning, they liked the way my music sounded, you can go to williejolly.com. I'm signing up for the masterclass. I'm single, but this is the wisdom my auntie tried to tell me. I lost her early. Amen. Come to the masterclass. We'll give you lots of good wisdom. Thank y'all. For all of you who've joined, the masterclass again is Jolley, Jolley, masterclass. No, Mount Jolley, Jolley Marriage. JolleyMarriage.com/masterclass. Okay.
But
join.
when you go to JolleyMarriage.com,
$49.
it should pop up anyway, and you'll see the key points that we're going to go over and entertain questions.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It'll be good. You're going to enjoy it.
It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth a lot more than you pay for it. That's for sure. All right, here we go.
That's the goal.
From my jazz album. You get that at williejolly.com/jazz. Here we go.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.